I'll bring us into this one.
Okay.
Let's get it started. Chloe, how are you?
I'm really well, and how are you, Glenn?
Doing pretty good, and hello to everybody that's watching. This is Up Late with Glenn and Chloe, and it's a Wednesday night freestyle chat. It is a spin-off of the Good Movie Monday podcast, which I encourage you all to go back and have a listen to Monday's show. It was a banger. We had Belle Larkham, who is an actress and a producer, on the show, and we had a great time talking about films that are about television. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go back and have a listen. It's a good one. And are we going to address the elephant in the room, or are we just going to push on? Is
it... Which elephant are you talking about? There's a few.
We may or may not have, done this entire episode and not hit record. And I only bring it up simply because it's one of the best we've ever done. And
I know.
You even fell off your chair.
I fell off my chair, like my pimple had its own personality going. It was a doozy of an episode, and the realization didn't hit until literally as we ended, and it was hilarious.
Well, you say hilarious from your perspective. I say gut-wrenching. It was mortifying.
A little from column A, a little from column B, but, just means that we get to do it again.
If it wasn't for you falling off your chair, I wouldn't have even registered until we disconnected, and then I would have gone, oh, no. But you fell off your chair, and I thought, that is perfect for TikTok. And I'll look at the screen, and it's not recording. But anyway.
I'm not going to be able to fake it again, because just the whole thing was I was crying with laughter. It was hilarious.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, so, we didn't have to mention that to everybody, but suck on it, it's what you're missing out on.
Shit happens. It just means that you have to tune in and see if it ever happens again, which, it's highly likely because I'm a dork.
That's right.
So
if I'm ever over your way, I'll sabotage the chair just so we can make sure it happens.
Gotcha.
What's been happening over the past week? Tell me as if I don't know.
Heaps of cool stuff, just living large and, no new movies this week though. I've broken the streak, unfortunately. I've just gone back to comfort viewing. So
what we need to do actually is, on last week's show we ended with you teasing everybody about a story about Gremlins, so we need to, of course, I bought my Gremlins mug, so that was to remind me, which I'd forgotten about until I looked down then, and I'm like, we better do that.
Well, it's not the most exciting story, but it does have childhood trauma attached to it. So basically, for those who don't know me, I do have a teenage mother who like to kind of treat me like a little sister sometimes, and just put me through those traumatic events that really, ingrain a personality. And basically, when they had that Gremlins ride at Movie World, I had never seen Gremlins.
And Chloe just dropped off, and that is, fuck it, there we go. So we promised you something, unexpected on the show, and there we have it. Unexpected. And I wonder how long it'll be before she comes back in. Oh, shit. We will enter dissolve. We promise them action, and we give them action. We deliver.
This episode is doomed. It's doomed.
As you were.
Are we still recording?
We are still recording.
Holy fuck. Let's keep going. So anyway, what happened was I had no idea the Gremlins even existed at this point, and she decided to take me to Movie World. And the Gremlins ride at that point was like you enter the big sort of movie theater, and then halfway through this really, really boring sort of documentary interview type thing, they would start eating all the stage, and they just popped out everywhere, and you would jump on this train and they would pop out from the sky and up from the ground. And as like a 5-year-old, I was literally traumatized by these little creatures trying to get me. So Gremlins has not been in my past, and it hasn't been. Well,
it's. I mean, I have been on that experience up at the Gold Coast as well, and that was Gremlins 2, that attraction. And in Gremlins 2, they break the fourth wall. The Gremlins come through the cinema screen to attack the audience. That's what that whole gimmick was. But yeah, no, look, you're old enough now. You're a big girl. I would highly recommend. You got an ass in your face. Now you got a face in your face.
Freddie, mate, come on.
If it's not Gremlins attacking the screen, it's a cat.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
so,
why be sorry? Why be sorry? It's entertaining.
That's anyway. What happened. That's basically why I've never seen Gremlins. I've been a little bit traumatized by it, but you know, I need to get out of that, and I need to watch it because it's a classic. It's
time to give it a shot. It's a great Christmas movie. It is, you know, it's Steven Spielberg, Joe Dante, it's Chris Columbus. It's the trifecta. It's a really great combo. Anyway, people watching this probably no doubt that that's a great movie, and you don't need to convince
people
them.
Watching this, they've seen Gremlins and they're looking at me like, Chloe, get your shit together and watch this fucking movie. And it's okay, guys. I will. It's all right. Calm down.
Excellent. So what else have you got there? Have you been taking notes this week? I don't have a lot. There were lots of trailers, I suppose, that dropped over the Comic-Con weekend.
Yeah, lots of trailers. I guess one that we should talk about is the Dungeons and Dragons, because that one really spoke to me, and I'm sure you know that.
Of course I know that. Of course I know that. We've had this episode before.
What are you talking about, Glenn? We've never discussed this. I'm really excited because my inner nerd is just screaming. Yeah. And I'm sure we've discussed it before, but I've never actually played Dungeons and Dragons. I've always wanted to. Yeah. I haven't had the opportunity as of yet, but I'm really excited because the trailer just looks awesome. And as we've discussed, like, I'm not a huge fan of Michelle Rodriguez, so she wasn't really jumping out at me as much, but the rest of the trailer as a whole looks pretty sick.
Ooh. I'm not fussed on any of the cast, to be honest with you, but I've just sort of, I've got, I don't know what it is about Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's a thing that probably doesn't require being adapted. You know, nerds love the game and they play the game very passionately. Let them have it. Like, we don't need this to be a film. Make something else. And the last 2 or 3 attempts to make movies out of it failed miserably. This trailer to me doesn't really do much for me. It certainly doesn't feel like Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't know. I mean, I could watch it, I suppose, like Reign of Fire or something like that, and Dragonheart, and maybe get a kick out of it as a little standalone thing. But as far as D&D is concerned, it's not really doing much for me.
I think as a very green Dungeons and Dragons fan, I think it'll be like a really great introduction for people like me as well to kind of get into that sort of world. So I think from that standpoint, it might be really good. But I think you're completely right for the loyalists and the people who have been playing for a really long time. It's probably gonna, I don't know, it might not hold up for them. So I get it.
Well, who knows? Time will tell. And what else? We had a couple of we had the big Marvel reveal, which, you know, does nothing for me. People that watch these videos know that I don't dig superhero movies that much anymore. But the Marvel reveals were, you had your what is it called? Phase 6 of the MCU was kind of revealed. They revealed 3 titles from a 11-point timeline. So you've got 8 more to be revealed. So we had Fantastic Four was announced for a 2024 release, and then the whole Phase 6 will end with 2 new Avengers movies, and then everything else in between is yet to be detailed and revealed. So it was a bit of just a cock tease, really, if you will. I mean, let's face it. And also they dropped trailers. They dropped trailers from Phase 5 or Phase 4. I don't know where we're up to, but that was the takeaway from the Comic-Con.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, MCU doesn't hit as hard as it used to when I was a little bit younger. I'm kind of a little bit MCU fatigued, as it would be. So I'm not as excited for like Avengers movies or anything like that. In terms of like bookmarking things, it will be good to watch. But I don't think I'm like as pumped as I used to be.
It's interesting, that's really interesting that you say that you're fatigued by Marvel, because I think you're at where I was when it started, because when Marvel kicked off the MCU officially with like Iron Man, which is back in 2008. This is not DC. This is not DC.
Sorry.
So when it started in 2008, yes, I really enjoyed Iron Man, but before it, we had I think Superman Returns, and we'd had Hulk, and we'd already had a few new superhero films, and I already felt it was a bit too much. And then when they saturated that shit with, I think by the time we got to phase 2, I was like, man, like this is just diminishing the experience of cinema for me. So I think your fatigue is where I was when it started.
Yeah. And then there'll be people now with this new phase that they're kind of just getting into it there, and so they'll want to go back, and like it just
of course.
carries on.
I mean, if this is something too that you are very much into, it's very exciting. Like it's like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's like all just pushing ahead, and there's no end to what's coming. And I suppose that's exciting to those people, but it's also for me, it's become the rival thing between DC and Marvel, which means I don't think the quality is there. I think they're just competing who can be bigger, who can be better, and it's just boring to me. Because they did reveal new DC trailers as well, which were Black Adam and Shazam, which are Black Adam is technically a spin-off from Shazam, and they will eventually morph into the whole DC extended universe.
It was only a matter of time before Dwayne got in on it. No matter what side he was getting in on it somewhere. So I'm not surprised. But I do want to ask your opinion on a trailer that I did watch.
Okay.
You won't. It's horror.
Okay.
It's not horror, but it's horror. So Jeepers Creepers 4. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I have seen the trailer for that. Look.
Thoughts, feelings, music?
It's very hard. Look, Jeepers Creepers is a very hard conversation to get into without getting in trouble, right?
Let's not even think about the director. I don't even want to talk about him.
Okay, well, he's integral to it. He's integral to my conversation. That's the problem.
But what I'm looking at is more the storyline of like the character of the creeper itself, in terms of like all of the, I've seen the first 2, I think it is, and they are basically in one sort of situation, right? So my man J-Lo is with his sister. There's like that one creepy church, and that's the kind of setting for it, right? In this one sort of town. The second one is on the school bus in the middle of nowhere. It's one sort of setting. This one to me looks like it's kind of spread over. There's more fanfare. There's more sort of creepy horror elements that are being brought into it, clowns, all that kind of shit. And so I don't feel like it's keeping within the same entity, which annoyed me. And I don't get annoyed at things like horror, and you know me for that. So
I will, I mean, that's a good thing. I'll reserve judgment. However, number 1, 2, and 3 are a trilogy. They are a story and a timeline, because number 3 takes place between number 1 and 2 perfectly. Like it ends right where number 2 begins. So if you watch them, I think
3 is the third one. I haven't seen that one.
Ravenous. So if you watch 1, 3, 2, it is one story.
Right.
Whereas this new one, it just looks like they're forcing the franchise. I think it's not moving naturally. I think it's more of an attempt to reboot it and wipe clean the director. I'm going to say Victor Salva. That's the director of the first 3. That's his vision. And I don't know. I'll sum it up in a really short sentence. This is a guy who was charged with some very serious criminal offenses. He went to jail. He served his time. He came out. He made films. And so in my mind, justice has been served. He has served his time. He's, free to do what he wants once he's released, as any prisoner is once they're released from prison. That's why we release them. So the controversy surrounding him has always bothered me, because I still think he makes good movies and he's entitled to. And the fact that he's been forced to relinquish it because of his past, it doesn't sit well with me. So I'm not interested in where it's going forward, simply because, it feels disingenuous.
I think even without that, it feels disingenuous, to be honest with you. And that's frustrating, because even if it wasn't, even if he didn't have any of that sort of background, I think it would still be taking away from the franchise itself. And you know me, I'm not in on the horror, but this is one that I can watch, and I do enjoy watching.
Yeah.
And to kind of take away from that and try and steer it in a direction that it doesn't necessarily need to go in, frustrated me when I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
So.
And to be honest with you, like I get frustrated that I feel like I'm not allowed to have that conversation. just because there's people out there.
Yeah,
that
no,
wanna
you can have
cancel
that
you?
conversation. I
No,
don't know
but you
why.
can't. No, but you can't. You can't have this
Absolutely,
conversation.
you can. Just because there's a criminal about doesn't mean that they don't exist.
No, but what I mean is you can't have this conversation in the public sphere without backlash, big backlash, people trying to bring you down, cancel you, all that kind of stuff. You can't have an
Fuck
opinion
'em.
like this. Yeah, I have that attitude, but that's not the reality of the world we live in when you're doing something in the public sphere.
Well, then, as I say these to the people who watch our show as well, if you do have that opinion, that's all good and well, and that's fine. However, that's what social media is. It's people having opinions, and you're not saying, you stand by his criminal actions. Like, all you're saying is that they exist, but you still enjoy something that he does.
Yeah, well, I mean, preaching to the choir here.
I fucking hate it, but I still do enjoy Michael Jackson's music. You know what I mean? There's people out there that still do enjoy. How do I put this?
We're getting into a territory we don't want to go into.
It is, but I mean, it shouldn't have a negative effect on the conversation. No. That's what I'm saying.
There's so much I want to say about all of it, but we'll move on. Other than no, we'll just move on, and it's probably time to play some games.
Okay.
I get triggered by that shit. I like to have rational conversations, and I don't like it when you and I can have a rational conversation. It's fine, but I just know what the comments might be like. So, that's what pisses me off.
You can't not say things just because of comments, though.
Yeah, well, there's a reality at play here that maybe you're not comprehending where I'm coming from, because I've seen too many people brought down by it.
We're better than that.
All right, what game are we playing?
What would you like to play? I've got a what movie am I? I've got one word, like describe a movie in one word, and I've got taglines.
Let's try the one word game. I don't have a.
I only have one.
Okay, I don't think I've got a what movie am I here.
That's okay. I prepared for everything.
Yeah, you really have. You prepared extra on top of what we wasted yesterday. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I've already got one. So.
Okay, so I have to guess your movie by the words. Okay.
So I'm only going to go one word at a time. You let me know when you're ready for me to move on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. The first one is webcam.
I want to be a smartass and say webcam.
No.
Unfriended?
No.
Okay. Oh, it's American Pie.
No.
Okay, next question. Next word.
Sunshine.
Webcam sunshine. It's not obvious, is it? Like, it's not obvious already? You haven't revealed it?
I'm not making it completely obvious. The next one might make it a little bit more obvious.
No, well, before you go to that, let me just have a think. Sunshine, light. Webcam. Webcam's the word I want to focus on.
It's not the full effect.
All right, next one.
Scarlet.
Scarlet? So we were talking about a Johansson. Scarlett Johansson? Scarlett Johansson? Okay.
Nope.
I was way off. No, it's not coming together.
Tucci.
Stanley Tucci. Not Hunger Games. Stanley Tucci. Motherfucker. Webcam. Sunshine. Scarlet.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a pocket full of sunshine.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. It should, but it doesn't.
It doesn't? Okay.
Just tell me.
Easy A.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Does that make
great
sense
movie.
now?
No, it doesn't. It's a great movie, but I probably haven't watched that since it first came out.
Oh, so it's based on the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she does the webcam sort of talking heads, and I got a pocket full of sunshine is literally the most catchiest song. And a friend at work does it to me all the time. Start singing that, and I'm done for the day. That's all that's in my head. It's gone.
All right. Well, unlike you, I haven't planned or prepped any words, so I'm going off the Lucky Dip container that we have here at the desk. I'm just going to pluck a movie out and try to think of words that would describe it.
Okay.
You won't know that one, so I'm gonna go to another one. Pull a few out here.
You know how mainstream I am.
Yeah, I do. Oh no. No.
I'd help you out and give you a movie, but I wouldn't be playing the game very well.
I'm gonna try with one here that
Okay.
Snap Snap, which is technically 2 words, but let's just abbreviate them.
Snap, snap. Okay.
Chomp.
Crocodile Dundee.
Nope. Everglade.
Yeah.
Sewage system. Reptile.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's got something to do with a giant crocodile that creeps through the sewer system.
You're close. You're close.
I just know like of a Buffy episode like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, and that Buffy episode is homage to.
Oh, the thing, the creature, the swamp man.
I didn't think you would get it. No, it's alligator.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
I just thought you might. When you said crocodile, I thought you might think, what's like a crocodile?
Yeah, no. What's that like 1940s one? Swamp Thing or
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes, that one. Yeah,
it's a great movie. That one.
This is the whole Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Let's fuck that one off and do the tagline game.
Okay. You want me to go first again?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. This is the first one that I have. Fight, dream, hope, love.
Fight, dream, hope, love. Fight, dream, hope, love. It's not Karate Kid. Fight, dream, hope, love. Fight, dream, hope, love. It's a fight movie?
It's got fighting.
It's not fighting?
No.
We know it's not Rocky.
Nope.
Dream, hope, love. Am I in the right vicinity? Nope. Oh, okay. Fight, dream, love, hope. Nope.
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 Think musical?
No, I've got no idea.
Nothing. Les Mis.
Oh, God, I hate Les Mis so much.
Oh, stop! As if you hate Les Mis.
I do. I loathe Les Mis. There's some there are musicals that rub me the wrong way. That's one of them. Annie is another one. Sound of Music is another one. They're just not my. I don't know. There's something about them that just I find really grating, and that's okay. There's musicals we can agree on. So
that really puts a damper on my day. Anyway, you go next.
Fuck that. You didn't know Alligator. Come on. You haven't seen Gremlins. How do you think I feel every single week?
You know me. I'm a mainstream bitch. You knew this. You knew this when we started.
Gremlins is pretty mainstream. All right. It's
Fair point.
Okay. The best of enemies. Hang on. They were the best of enemies until someone came between them.
Oh. Is this like a high school rivalry type movie?
It feels like one in the attitude, but it's the complete opposite.
Okay. So they're old people?
Might be.
Kramer versus Kramer? No, that's too floofy.
Think about what you just said.
That's too floofy.
No. Think about what you said.
As in Kramer versus Kramer?
No, they're old people.
They're old people.
This could be a fall off your chair kind of moment.
Oh no. Oh no.
The best of enemies until someone came between them. Morning, dickhead.
I'm not. What? Excuse me?
That's one of the great lines.
No, I don't know. What do you know? What?
Grumpy old men.
Oh.
That
no.
if ever there is a Chloe movie, it's Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men. It is drop dead funny.
I've heard they're really funny actually, and they're ones that have always been on that list that I've never seen. Yeah,
just banger after banger as far as like stinger lines go.
Okay, all right.
Cool. There we go. Well, that's 0 for 0. What else we got? What do you got there?
All right. This one might be a little bit ambiguous. Life finds a way. Life.
Life finds a way. That's not Jurassic Park.
Oh, it sure is. Look at you go. One
How is
for
that ambiguous?
one.
That's the most famous line from the movie.
I mean, but
That's-
I wouldn't have clicked on that, to be honest.
Okay, that's the
And
whole
I do
Jeff
like
Goldblum.
Jurassic Park.
Life
Oh.
finds a way.
Yes, I didn't even. Yeah.
Well, you got to catch up now. There's 1-0.
All right.
Go through it and see if I can find the easiest one here.
God.
No, I'm joking. I'm just going to go for the next one down. Seriously. They're here to save the world.
Is it like an alien invasion movie?
No.
They're here to save the world.
But you're in the...
Quest?
no, you're in the ballpark, but no. You're near the hot dog stand as opposed to in the ballpark.
Oh, okay. They're here to save the world.
Mm-hmm. Key words there is there.
Yep.
And world. Meaning there's more than one character and it's of global importance, like the dilemma.
Like Independence Day or something like that?
No, you got your mind fixated on aliens
Yeah,
and
I do.
invasions. It's
I
Ghostbusters.
I was close. Like ghosts and aliens, they're otherworldly type things. Yeah, you keep drinking, that's fine.
Well, the movie Evolution was essentially like the spiritual successor to Ghostbusters.
Did I say Evolution? Because that was in my brain.
You did not.
I didn't.
I don't think so. If you did, I missed it.
Fuck, I love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
It's horrible in here. You will not believe what I've seen.
It's so good.
That's right. Take it. Take the leg. Oh, fucking hell.
It's so good. All right, next one. All right. 1, let the bad color not be seen. It attracts them. 2, never enter the woods. That is where they wait. 3, heed the warning bell, for they are coming.
That's a long one. Can you read the first one again?
1, never let the bad color not be seen. It attracts them.
Is this mainstream?
I saw it in the cinemas. I would say.
Okay. It's not The Village?
Sure is. 2 for 2. So fun fact about this movie, when I went to go see it at the cinemas, I was about 14 years old, and my friend at the time decided to crawl underneath the seats and grab my leg at the time where she was hiding from the big thing.
You know what annoyed me about that movie? Because I was really on board with M. Night Shyamalan movies, right? At this point in time, he wasn't quite a gimmick yet. He was becoming a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
But we were at the point where it was known that there was always going to be a twist at the end.
There's a twist, yeah.
Right. And so I watched The Village, and within maybe 10 minutes, I had the twist worked out. And I'm like,
did you really?
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? This is a really shit movie when you know where it's going.
You know what? I've rewatched it a few times since I've seen it, and I still think it's brilliant. I still think it's great.
Yeah. Okay.
I
enough.
do really like that movie. So
yeah, no,
anyway.
it bothered me that much. I'm like, no, I fucking pegged it.
That's good. Like if you can pick a twist.
No,
it's not. I haven't seen Old, and I haven't picked that twist from like what I've seen. So.
Cool. All right, I won't. Are we up to me?
Yeah, we can do a tagline, and I have a what movie am I if we have time and if you want it.
Well, yeah, we do. Even if we have to go over by a minute or two. Okay, so a quick tag because I've got lots of taglines here. I will go for just the next one in line. From the brother, right? From the brother of the director of Ghost. If you can get the franchise as opposed to the movie, I'll give it to you.
From the brother of the director of Ghost. I can't fucking remember who directed Ghost.
But I mean, the sentiment of that tagline.
That's the tagline?
Yeah, so the sentiment of that tagline suggests a particular type of movie.
So is it like a slapstick comedy type of thing?
And who are the biggest, the godfathers of that genre? He's been on the podcast.
Oh, really?
You say that like you know, like, ooh.
Well, I'm trying to think now. No, I don't know.
Pick
That's a shit tagline though.
It's a fantastic tagline. Pick a slapstick franchise. Just pick a franchise. Being that there's more than
like
two.
Hot Shots.
So close. There's only two. Naked Gun, 33 1/3.
Ah, okay. Well,
There we
okay,
go.
yeah. That tagline, yeah, okay. Makes sense for that type of movie. I'm like, Jesus, who wants their movie to have that tagline? Like, that's riding on the coattails much?
That's right. It's a great tagline.
It is for that movie, yeah, definitely. That's funny. That's
like,
really funny.
What was the tagline for the first one I did the other week? It was something like, if you're only going to see one movie this year, you need to get out more.
Yeah. I don't even remember what that is for now.
Naked Gun. I just told you.
This is where I fall off my chair again.
Okay, so you had one more thing you wanted to get through?
Well, I have a what movie am I, if you wanted to do that.
We are right on time, so we can go over
Let's do it. Let's see if you can guess it. Okay. Green Day wrote a song inspired by a line in the movie called East Jesus Nowhere.
Okay, I'm a little bit lost already. So I'm guessing a movie title, not a personality.
Yeah, what movie am I? That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. My turn to fall off the chair. All right. Next one.
The movie title is also the main character's name.
Far out. It's not Napoleon Dynamite.
Nope.
What the fuck does Green Day have to do with it?
Expecting to be a low-earning indie film, it turned out to be a massive box office smash. As in, I think it cost like $7 million to make, and it ended up earning over like $200 million.
Yeah, the whole name thing, like, it's not John Wick because that was probably a bit more expensive. Next one.
This might give it away. Two of the main characters in this movie star as father and son on the cult classic TV show Arrested Development.
Yep. Fuck.
You got it, but you can't get it.
It's the character's name is the movie title name. That's what's throwing me.
Yep.
What year is it? Do you know?
2007.
Okay, that's really thrown me then. I apologize to everyone watching at home who are bored and falling off their own chairs.
I reckon everyone at home's gotten it. They're like, Glenn.
Yeah, totally. Fuck.
It's also the name of a city in Alaska.
Alaska, that's Anchorage. That's the city.
It's not the name of the movie.
No.
Alaska. It's also the goddess of marriage. And she was said to be really mean, but beautiful.
This is fucked. It's not Juno.
Sure is.
All right.
That was a good one.
Yeah. What? A great one.
I thought for sure you would have gotten the Michael Cera, Jason Bateman one.
Yeah, no. I mean, I put them together, but I couldn't put them. I didn't put Jason Bateman in the movie. I put Michael Cera in the movie. Now I'm thinking about it.
Okay, yeah.
But also, you know what threw me, I think, the most was the the name is the title. Like I was putting a first and second name together, like it was John Wick, or if it was like
I see.
I wasn't putting a singular like Christian name down. But there we go.
Yeah. Woo.
Now I'm fatigued.
You're
Awesome.
gonna have like a nice long bath after this one.
Well, as a do-over, not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
Alrighty.
Not
I am looking forward to next week already. And because we recorded this a day after we should have, that means it's even closer. So
Ka-chow. Silver linings.
Makes no difference to the people watching.
Wednesday is Wednesday, folks.
That's right. And congratulations for, not falling off your chair.
Almost.
Impressive feat.
Almost.
You've got impressive feet.
Oh, thanks.
That's a weird thing to say. It's a really weird thing to say.
And we'll end the show there.